Let us help you find your melody at Heid Music.
Good musical morning, everyone. Did I scare you guys? No? I didn't give a warning. I just thought it'd be funny to dive right into it. Welcome to Behind the Bench, where we take you behind, above, and beyond the repair bench here at Heid Music. How's everyone doing? I feel like it's been a minute. It's been busy. I've been gone. I've been here and there. I've been everywhere, man. I've been every. Is that the song? I don't know. Anyways, good morning. Good morning, Marty. Good morning. Your mom says good morning. I don't have my second mic, so you can't hear Molly's commentary from across the room. I forgot it at home. Sorry. Sorry. How's everyone doing today? You doing good? What are you drinking? What's in your cup? I have. Actually, I think this is Aldi brand basic coffee today. I splurged. It's still just basic coffee, so it's good enough for me. Good enough. Oh, I thought you were gonna okay. See, Molly's working on saxophones now, and now she's turning her light off and on a bunch, and it's like, well, look at you. I feel like you used to make fun of me for that a little bit at first. You questioned it, yeah, she questioned it. Questioned my expertise. Yep, I know. Anil, good morning. Ethan, hello. Highland Grog, butterscotch. Ooh. You know, I like black coffee. I don't mind a flavored coffee. I think one of my favorite flavored coffees I ever had. Did I tell this story before? Probably. I do talk about coffee a lot. I was teaching private lessons in this place. Actually, I think it was in Shawano, long time ago. But the family I went to Hawaii and brought me back this Hawaiian macadamia nut coffee. It was good. It was very, very, very good. Actually, that's the one of the only jobs I got fired from, actually. It was a little mutual, actually, because I didn't have a vehicle at the time, and I was driving to Shawano every Saturday to teach lessons, and I was going to borrow my roommate's car, and they just didn't come home Friday night. I'm like, where are you? And I didn't have a vehicle, and that happened twice, and then they're like, we can't do this anymore. I'm like, actually, that's fine. I can't drive an hour to make $12, so. Anyways, good morning. Look good on the YouTube TV. Ooh, is it a new TV or is that just your YouTube TV? I'm gonna be honest. I'm so sorry. I forgot to shave my neck beard. It's bad. You say I look good on TV. Well, thank you. I feel like I'm pretty disheveled, but it's been one heck of a March. I don't know if you all know. If you aren't from here, we just got a little bit of snow earlier this week. Just a little bit, and it's really thrown a wrench in most things around here in a very cool, fun way. Kind of one of those 20-year snows, you know? So that's been fun to navigate, but we're doing it. Just everyone's taking extra ibuprofen for their back. At least if you're close to 40 like me. But hey, we're getting through. Anyways, what's everyone's plans for this weekend? We got anything cool going on? Molly says she's gonna paint. Paint what? Like a wall or art or art wall? Projects? Okay, cool. Jillian, what are you doing this weekend? Going back to Shawano. Cool. Watch the snow melt. Yeah. The parking lot is, most parking lots I would say are very fun to drive through. And I say that with about 50% sarcasm. So it is kind of fun, but they're wild. I'm gonna be heading to Minnesota tomorrow. because the UWGB girls basketball team, Go Phoenix, made it to the NCAA, and their first matchup is tomorrow. So it's going to be a tough battle, but I think it'll be a battle going up against the University of Minnesota in Minnesota, which is a wild draw. Like, wow, how lucky are they? Like, to get home field advantage like that. I don't think that happens typically, but I could be wrong. But that's going to be a lot of fun. We're 13th seed and they're 4th. Could happen. Could be an upset. It could happen. But we head down there tomorrow, very early in the morning, play at 5 p.m. I don't know if you can watch it anywhere, but you should try, I suppose. You maybe see me on TV, waving my arms, conducting. They did place both spirit squads like right next to each other instead of across, which is going to be interesting. Because I can only imagine that, one, they're a very big school and they're home, so I imagine their band's going to be top notch, you know. And I'm very proud of what we do, but we have a smaller group and we're coming from far away, so it'll be an interesting matchup. And the fan, oh man, it's gonna be a tough battle, but we're very loud though. Here's the thing, the UWGB pep band is loud and kind of obnoxious in a very fun way, especially if you're a Green Bay fan. We typically try our best to annoy the other team. We usually are pretty successful, so we're bringing that heat. It'll be good, and we play really well. It's just, it's always fun to go against these like huge schools that have, you know, they turned down 100 people this year, you know, to see what they're bringing, and I always learn a lot. Always come out of it feeling pretty motivated, so it'll be fun. And if they win, we play, I think, Sunday. I'm not sure how that schedule works, but anyways, enough about basketball. We're talking about something more exciting: repair, woodwind repair. There should be an NCAA for woodwind repair. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking, you know. How would you grade it? Yeah. Well, every time you change a pad, you have to dunk on the other person. It's actually just basketball with a bench in the middle. That would be pretty funny. So you going on vacation for a bit? Where are you going? Do you have a spot you always go, or is this a new thing? Molly doesn't even know where you're going. Wow. Breaking news. Molly's family does things without her knowing. We are watching, my in-laws just flew out yesterday to go to Florida for a little vacation. And we're watching their dog, Gracie. Yeah, the kids are loving it. This dog is quite the princess, though. I mean, yeah, a little spoiled, but very good dog. The only thing I'm a little annoyed with is that she doesn't jump at all. So, like, doesn't jump on the bed or anything. And at 3 a.m., she'll just jump down, do a little circle, and want to get back up on the bed and just paw and paw and paw and paw until one of us wakes up to pick her up, and then she'll sit, and then she'll jump off again and just kind of go sniff by a chair, and then, so, you know, that's gonna stop. It's gotta, please. Can't do a week of that. I'm not doing that for 6 days, but yes, Molly said get stairs to the bed. Yeah, I know, I get that. But, I mean, my daughter is loving it. She's like all about it. So, I don't know. We've been talking about getting a dog, so maybe it's time. Not this one. This one's has too many pre-established things. No, we're not getting a dog. We're thinking about getting a dog. Molly just said words, but all I heard was dog. Yeah, anyways. Hey, everyone, did you know that it's Music in Our Schools month? Whoa, and did you know that Heid Music is a really cool event called the Big 10 Plus? Whoa, do you know what that's about? Molly, what's that about? You can't hear her, she's way over there. So how would I explain it? So, if you go to heidmusic.com/Big10Plus, there it is, the link right there. You can check out music programs in the area. They can submit a photo, and you can vote on a photo that you like. Every single day you can go and vote, and any program that has the most amount of votes, we have just a slew of really, really, really cool prizes that the winning school can pick from. We're talking a tuba, a bari sax. We got, I think there's a clarinet, a piccolo, snare drums, violin. There's a ton of stuff on that list that a music program can win. And we partner with these vendors, and they were very generous. And kudos to everyone doing the work to get partnering with those vendors. Over 200 photo entries already. Holy cats! That's 11,000 votes. Yes. But yeah, you can contribute to that. You can go vote for your favorite programs and help them win. And this is just a really, really cool event that, Heid Music was established by supporting music programs in our area, and we continue to this day, 70 plus odd years later. I know we just had our 75th recently. I don't remember which, but I mean, it's just such a cool event. And the prizes are awesome, and it's just our way of saying thank you to the schools and being there to support them in another way. And again, thanks to their vendors for helping support that too, and thanks to Todd and Dee Dee for pushing that. 77 years, is that what it is? Yeah, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure. But it's a really, really cool event. Heidmusic.com/Big10Plus. Check it out. Go check out those photos. And there's new ones added often, and they're fun to look at in general because they're just fun. It's just kids having a good time, So check that out. Oh, nice. Some stuff going on. All right. So with that, I think actually, so Molly got voluntold to go to a safety committee.
Thank you for telling them that I got voluntold.
I think you'll do really, really well. Molly knows a lot about MSDS stuff and all that kind of stuff, so yeah. So she's got to go to a meeting in a bit, so I thought, what if we did our Molly Minute early? I didn't think that Molly did. And then I said, no way, but it's actually a really good idea. So should we do our Molly Minute early? You just suggested it. I was joking when I said no. Do you want to grab the flute and come over here?
Yeah.
It's like every week, it's like, you're just surprised that this is going to happen. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, after a while. Molly, geez Louise. All right, here we go. Yeah, morning Molly Minute. It's good anytime. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring!
That's like the intro.
Hi, Molly. Welcome to the Molly Minute.
I have a flute.
You have a flute?
It's not.
It's not a good thing. Okay.
That's not what I said. I said it's not together.
Oh, it's not together. I thought you said it's not a good thing.
I didn't.
Well,
That's not what I said.
Oh, here, you take the mic and talk. So we're gonna work through. You've been working on this flute for a bit. Mm-hmm. It's a repad, and you said yesterday, "Hey, what if we checked it on stream?" I'm like, "That's brave," but you wanted to do it, so we're gonna do that.
Cool.
Yeah. So
I know it's not totally regulated.
It's not totally regulated, so we're mainly looking at pad, seal, and stuff like that, right? Okay. Awesome. All right, cool. Let's do that. I'm going to switch spots with you so that I can adjust this camera. So we're going to switch to here. Sorry, one moment, folks. There we go. So it's going to be right.
It's Molly o'clock somewhere.
It's Molly o'clock somewhere. Okay, let's start by talking through what you got going on, okay?
Mm-hmm. It's a Yamaha flute repad. Basically took everything off, all corks, all pads, cleaned it, replaced everything, shimmed and sealed all the pads, replaced all the corks, not everything is level and regulation wise. Like it's not all
Meaning
regulated.
key to key, stuff like that.
Right.
You haven't gotten to that step yet. You wanted
No.
to check pad C first,
Wanted to
seal,
check
and then the
pad
next step would
seal.
be regulation. Okay.
Right.
Cool.
I did a little bit of regulation.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Well, then let's take a look at how you did. Okay. I like to start.
It's not
So you
hard,
got your
but
thumb key that you have a specific issue with.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that when we get there.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Well, we'll look at it together. Just looking through, looking to see how much light is leaking through. So when Molly's talking about regulation, okay, you can see, hopefully you can see, that there's a lot of light leaking through here when I push down the touch piece. That's because this regulation isn't done yet, which is okay, because we're not to that step yet. Okay. How do you feel this is right now?
Feels pretty good.
Yeah? Really? Just kidding. So I'm actually going to back off a regulation here to get
Yeah.
a proper look at.
That's fine.
When I check for pad C like this, I want to make sure that there is kind of no regulation. So there's no faulty information. Do you have to sneeze?
Maybe. Nope.
Alright, so looking through. Alright, and I'm gonna make sure we back off here. Wait, where's the Molly, where's the
It's right there.
Molly, what'd you do?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Some of these adjustment screws are like underneath, on the side, over there.
But
This
it's
is
a
an older Yamaha. It's an older one though. It's got the brown case Yamaha. That's fun.
Oh yeah, the only case where I've seen the handle be on the shorter side of the case.
All right, so overall, it's okay. A couple things that I would say we got about a 60% success rate on pads right now. But 3 of these I don't think are your fault. They're just really shallow, it's really deep cups.
Yeah.
And we need to get try thicker pads for those, which these might be. If not, we need to be a little bit more careful with our glue control. Put a little bit more glue in there to bring it down, but don't overheat it so it gushes out. So we're gonna replace these 3. Well, you are, okay? And you want much more pad protrusion on there. So what it looks like is we overheated it, kind of pushed it all the way down, probably had a lot of glue come out, and now they're not sealing correctly. So those 3 we'll relook at. We can try these different pads too, see if those work better. Moving down, looks pretty good. Looks good. Right around here, can you see on the inside here? Like if this was a clock face, you're looking around like the 3 o'clock-ish on both of them. Do you see
Yeah.
the light leaking through? So you turn off the light for saxophone stuff. It does work for flute as well. The challenge with using the light, and I feel like I've probably talked about this before, is with flute pads especially, light's gonna come through. Saxophone pads like generally just disappears, right? Flute pads, that's not the case. You just need to learn, and it changes with different pads too. I noticed that actually Kraus pads, it's a little harder to differentiate. With the Music Medic ones, the pad skin's a little bit darker sometimes, so it's easier to tell. But knowing that the light over here means that it's sealing, but the light over here means it's leaking. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And again, falling back and using the feeler gauge is totally a good thing to do. And should be doing that to double check stuff. So we have both of these are kind of hitting heavy on the left side of the key and leaking on the right. Okay. it will come back to the thumb pad. So this one seems to be hitting a bit in the back. But the pad protrusion's a little off. So I'd probably do a half shim in the front to see if we can bring that down. A full shim is going to hit more in the back. Otherwise, we can adjust pad angle too.
Right.
Actually, the cup does look a little crooked, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem like it's hitting a little that way?
Yeah.
So then we'll try to readjust it, and then we might need to redo some shimming there, okay? Looks okay. Moving down. I think these two looked okay. This one is hitting a little bit in the back, but I think the key needs to be straightened. So I think, again, if you look, hitting a bit on the side. Cool? I mean, overall, I mean, this is really like your, second repad overall on a flute, so,
yeah.
I mean, pretty good. Just those minor things, and again, it's more repetition on the flute, a repetition of just looking at the light and saying what's leaking and what's not. I know we were just talking yesterday about the sax pad, like even a sprung open one, that when you go to close it, you're kind of looking for that sunrise, sunset.
Right.
That'll help train your eyes if you kind of press super light. And so if you look right here, right, you can really see, press super light and then over push it on purpose just to see what it looks like. How does it change? So that starts to help train your eye on, if you look over, you probably can't see it from your angle, but on the back, it's kind of closing, but over here it's super light. When I push it down, that light goes to a more dull, muted brightness. So that's the kind of stuff, that's that next step that kind of takes a bit. You just mentioned how we were talking about, I just saw someone comment learning curve, right? You just mentioned how you finally feel good about setting trombone slides, right? Where it's just sort of like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Same as for light work on flute pads, I feel, because you'll just be like, I can't see it. There it is. Oh, wow, okay.
Right.
So, and it's, the only way to do that is more repetition, okay?
Yeah.
So that's all pretty good. Let's take a look at this thumb key. What's wrong with the thumb key?
I don't know.
You don't know, okay. Well, first we're gonna put this felt on. Okay. It's just a pre-made felt that I like to use from, I think, Yamaha. It works really well.
Yamaha.
All right, first, does the key work? Yes, it fits very well. Does the key work in this one? Yes. Yeah, it does. So that's not a problem. Is there any issue here? Let's check. So we're putting the key in. Sorry, I should try to show this, right? I don't feel anything, so that's good. Let's put the key on and see what's going on. Whoops. Whoops. Whoops.
3, 4.
You be quiet. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Too small of a screwdriver. Whoops.
5.
I'm just doing it on purpose at this point. Whoops.
6.
All right. Yeah, so we have a huge leak over here.
I haven't done any pad shimming in the thumb.
Oh, well, what's your problem?
This key was going down with this key, and I didn't know why. But now it's not, and I don't know why.
Okay.
You fixed it.
I fixed it, I guess. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start by shimming it, and moving on from there. Yeah, I mean you need some shims in there to take that up, and then I don't know why that was. Good job, we did it.
Fixed it.
We fixed it.
Love when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Got your marching orders? You good? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is a very good second repad, you know. We're just gonna keep getting better and better and looking at those things, so. Good. So do that. You have to go to a meeting.
I sure do.
Say bye
Bye.
to everyone.
I still have the mic. Bye.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring!
Dings in the chat for Molly. She's doing a great job. She's been doing a lot of saxophone stuff, which is really cool. She just spent almost a week down at the warehouse working with those folks, focusing only on saxophones, and came back with good report card, high grades. So really good job to Molly. And now we're switching over to flute a little bit more. Trying to gear up in the next month and a half-ish month to get ready for summer. So the goal is between Molly and Jillian and myself, we'll be able to handle a lot of stuff here. So yeah, so that's gonna be exciting. Dings in the chat for Molly. Well, you know what? I heard some guitar stuff happening there. So should we maybe do a hop over to Matt over there? He's ready. We can do that. Let's do it. Why not?
It's the Matt Chat featuring Matt with Matt.
Pretty much live. Okay.
Ah! All right, almost dropped the mic. Hello, my name is Matt. I work on guitars. The microphone kind of smells like Adam, the fuzzy bit. I think that's okay. Adam's a good smelling person. Just noticed that for the first time. I'm finally not sick anymore, so my nose works. So that's fun. Anyway, this is a very green guitar for St. Paddy's Day. Oh my God. All right, so that was just this week, I believe. It's a green guitar. It's a heritage guitar. It's made in Kalamazoo in the old Gibson plants with old Gibson employees at the time, I think. It's quite heavy. It's very green. My complaint with heritage guitars is how thick the binding is on top. I don't like that, but that's more of an aesthetic thing. So I'm just finishing a setup on it. We did a fret level. It has this rolly bridge, which is kind of fun. Had to adjust stuff side to side with my little string spacing rule.
If you need it.
Cool. This is I usually use it to make nuts for guitars. It's spaced. There's a bass side, like a wide bass side, and a skinny guitar side. And it's basically just a series of cutouts and dashes the whole way down that are spaced appropriately to take into account roughly the differences in string thicknesses. It's not perfect, but it is very fast and convenient. So basically what you do is you find notches that are 6 little sections apart, and you line up your outer strings. In this case, I was using the wide side down here. And then then it marks out the inside 4 strings. It's important to make sure you're using the right set. There's some that are set off the edge a little bit farther. So there's 2 different gauges in there basically. But this is done for the most part. And we're gonna be finishing up this Taylor nylon guitar. So this had a bridge that came to me detached, which was handy. It didn't really, I guess what wasn't handy, I should say, is there's a little bit of finish damage. I try to take care of that before I get the bridge on. It's just easier to sand around things. Nylons are a little bit trickier to glue the bridge back on since the sound holes are usually smaller and the bridge is set back further into the guitar. So I have to use different clamps to glue this bridge on. And a lot of times, I don't remember to think about that until after glue has been applied. So I got these extra long ones in place. The other tricky part is the bracing system is a little bit different on a traditional nylon guitar. Instead of like a big X brace that forms an X on the top, nylon guitars are typically fan braced. Come on, there we go. Woo! It's kind of like a game of Operation. All right, fan braced. So there's like just strips of wood going out like a fan from a main horizontal brace right here. Whereas an X brace guitar will have a brace that they start about here and they crisscross, and then there's some other stuff to support the top behind the bridge. So I noticed when I was gluing the bridge down, I had too much pressure in too few of spaces, so I was getting these gaps on either side of the bridge. So I had to lighten up my pressure a little bit, add some more clamps, come up with some thicker, wider cauls for it, and we're good to go. The bridge is in a good spot. It is attached again, and that's looking good. I'm not gonna clean that up right now since I'm gonna have more glue to clean up on the back. So back cracks are generally a little bit trickier to glue, in my opinion. They're rarely like in a good spot. It's easier to get your arm in and work on the top of the guitar than get your arm in and work on the back of the guitar for some reason. Just how human arms are shaped. It'd be nice to have like a flamingo arm that I could bend the other way at the joint. If there was one sort of surgical modification I could make to my arm for guitar repair purposes, it would be to have like a hip joint for my elbows. That'd be pretty handy. Oh, this is upside down. So we're clamping the guitar up here so we don't have to think about how we're holding it. Want to make sure there's enough room to get a clamp on, because there's nothing worse than panicking after you put glue on something. All right, so this will come together nicely. I already rehydrated the instrument. It was super dried out. Super dried out. So just by pressing on the crack, it comes back together well. I won't have to clamp sideways at all. There's not a lot of tension built into the back here, which is good. It's just a high quality instrument that's going to repair really well. So what I'm going to need is a little bit of a more flexible hunk of plexi, and a nice wide piece to distribute the pressure on the top. I'll use cork for the one on the other side. This gap is decently open, so I won't have to try to get in there and press from the underside. What I'll do is grab a fresh piece of towel, get it a little bit wet, and get a little bit of water on the surface there, just to thin out the glue a hair so it penetrates a little bit better, and then swells the wood a little bit to help it want to close a little bit. So Titebond, I think on the bottle it says, it's not like me reading in some weird acoustic guitar repair forum, that Titebond can be thinned like 1 to 3% without degradation to the hold, to the bond it creates. And that's on just my regular Titebond 1 bottle, in case anyone's a glue nerd out there. I don't use other wood glues just because Titebond works so well. I don't use the other flavors of Titebond. They add a little bit of hold strength, bond strength, whatever. But they're mostly engineered for different like water repellencies. Like this is strictly interior stuff. Titebond 3, for example, I think has like the most. This is just off memory, but I think Titebond 3 has the most like water resistance, which is not great for instrument repair when sometimes you have to undo things. Typically we do that with heat and moisture, so I don't want a more waterproof glue if that's how I gotta get something apart. Thinking of myself, and then maybe whoever repairs the guitar next. It's like I don't use epoxy when I don't have to, or super glue. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it's gonna be best for the instrument long term, and that's what it's all about. So try to clean up as much glue as possible so nothing sticks to the finish that shouldn't be. We want just a little bit of squeeze out here, so hopefully I'll see that. What's nice about using the plexi is you can see how the crack is closing up. You can tell if there's squeeze out, there's glue coming out when you put the clamps on, and most importantly, you can tell if you miss. Stuff's not quite lined up right. So I'll clamp the whole, gently clamp the whole way down the crack. You can be a little more aggressive at the end here where there's more structure. Alright, that's looking good. I'm now wishing I oriented these cracks the other way, or these clamps the other way, just for good measure. I want to put an expanding clamp inside here. I guess I'm gonna have to do it in a fashion no one can see, but trust me, it's happening. So this is a little scissor jack. It expands and puts pressure outwards on the guitar. So I just want to support this back a little bit while I have clamps on it. Kind of a pain to get situated. Luckily, there's magnets on it. So if I take another stack of magnets, I can kind of like help a little bit. This is the cheap Amazon version. The StewMac version is way more expensive, but works way better. A lot of guitar repair is just like staring into space while you fumble around with your arm inside of an instrument. And done. So the fun trick is now you can see kind of where the clamp is. I didn't get it quite centered, but that's okay. I just don't want all this clamping pressure completely unsupported. Make sure these are a little tighter. And that's that. That's all glued up. When this dries and I can have the guitar without clamps, I have 2 more little cracks in the sound hole here. As this guitar dried out, top sinks, whole sound hole really goes down. It has string tension on it still, so it puts unsupported pressure in the sound hole. So a lot of times when a guitar dries out or needs a neck reset or both, you see cracks along the extension here from the neck pivoting forward and putting weight where it was not designed to be. That's very common crack to have to deal with. Can happen around your pick guard too if you have a Martin of a certain vintage. A lot of Martin plastics over the years like to shrink up. So it's all pretty much the same fix. Have a hunk of plexiglass, you clamp it down over some glue, and it's all good as new afterwards. And I think that's all I have ready to go. I'm gonna kick things back to Adam and the gang.
It's the Matt Chat featuring Matt with Matt.
Dings in the chat for Matt, everyone. Dings in the chat for Matt. So, oh, thank you. Whoops. That's fine down there. Whoops. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Oh, beans. All right, so, for the rest of the stream, I've got 2 different options, chat. So I want you to help me decide which one we're gonna be working on. We have either an M&R, which again, M&R for us means maintenance and repair. When we rent out an instrument here at Heid Music, which we actually have added to, you should check out our rental page on heidmusic.com. We have a lot of different options now. Student line, oboe, I think we got a student line bassoon still. Double French horn, I think we changed up, but we changed it up and it's pretty cool. So if you want to learn how to play oboe or bassoon, now's your chance, yeah. Or any instrument. And by the way, renting an instrument and learning how to play is not just for students, it's for young people, it's for anyone. You're never too old to start. So we call our we like to change the term to beginner players. Because perhaps you're like me and you're 40 and you've never actually learned how to play saxophone. And you're like, maybe now's the time. I want to play saxophone. There's a couple solos out there that I just gotta. Or that, is that Saxman? Bum, dun, 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 dun. That's, yeah, maybe I just really want to learn those. So I am going to rent a saxophone because I'm a beginner. And I can do that through Heid Music. Where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, well, we rent instruments. And with that, too, as they're being rented, we maintain them and we repair them. So that's what we call our M&Rs, maintenance and repair plan. So I've got an flute, Trevor James flute here. That's an M&R. Or, yes, Chris, yes, I noticed that you noticed the old saxophone here. I do also have a Mark VI alto here that's in. We could look at that too. So do we want to look at a Trevor James 5E or do we want to look at a Selmer Mark VI? What do you think, chat? I think the chat is a little behind the stream today. So I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Whichever one, make sure you're hydrating. I've also got my giant mug. Look at this thing. Have I ever showed this off? It's like a 64-ounce massive water bottle. But my mom had like a painting party where you spray paint water and then dip it, and then it was like, is it hydropaning maybe it's called? So we did that, and that's what, this is how mine, I think my daughter did this one. So this is my water bottle. I bring that up because I'm saying hydrate. Hydration starts yesterday. Okay? Not today. If you want to hydrate for tomorrow, you need to start today. If you want to be hydrated today, you should have started yesterday. Or as my whole family, including my 6-year-old daughter says, hydrate before you dehydrate. Just saying, just saying. My sack, oh, what's that, Marty? You talking about this? My sack stand? Do you think I just want to use this? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Are we saying we should look at the saxophone? Yeah, okay. If we have to, I guess I'll use my sax stand. It's the chat's decision, not mine, you know? Oh, I gotta readjust here the camera, I apologize. Shouldn't take but a moment. Yeah, click it. Wow, this just hasn't been working correctly. Jeez. Okay. That should do it, huh? Yeah, that'll work. There was an update to the program I use for my cameras for zooming and stuff, and now it just doesn't work right. Cool. Super cool. All right, so yeah, we got a Mark 6 Alto in. Area player. The note was that they were trying to make some adjustments, and now it's not working. So we're gonna take a look, see what we can do. Man, this sax stand is it's just nice, you know? It's just nice. How did I turn a light on here? Oh, there we go, now we can see. Can't believe I had that off this whole time. It's in really good shape. I don't think it's been re-lacquered. Possibly. Actually, yeah, it very well could have been re-lacquered. I see little indentations here, indications here around the, so, but still, it's a very nice Mark 6. All right, specifically the lower stack is where we're having our issues. So we're gonna go ahead and use our leak light. This one right here. By the way, Tools DX. Not sponsored, but maybe, because I use this. I got Jillian to buy one. I bought an extra one. Molly's got to get one. We love this leak light here. I think there's some folks at the warehouse too, and across the board. So one day we'll get a sponsorship, and that'll be cool. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, these are just way over. Can we see that? So look right here where I'm pointing. Okay. See if I can I do the other side? Oh yeah, you can even see the light from back there. So we're gonna start, I'm guessing you mess with the regulation here for the FF sharp. So we're just gonna back these off carefully and see where we're sitting. All right, now let's see where we're at. Oh, wowzer. Real off here. Something happened back here? Yeah, this F key is really far off here. Oh, wait a second. Well, hey gang, there's your problem. I'm gonna zoom in here. This is interesting. Interesting thing that happens. This isn't really like, this isn't a dig on anyone or anything like that. It's just something that I found, and I think most repair techs will find this too. I'm gonna do a real deep zoom here, and then we'll bring it back. So check out right here, okay? This pad right here. All right, I'm noticing that it's got some issues. It's not sitting right. I'm just gonna take this right here. Look at that. That pad is just, it's coming out. Like I'm barely putting any pressure on it. So the glue cracked. It's got shellac on there. looks like, yeah. So we're gonna have to replace that. So that's gonna be probably part of the problem right there. Well, there's your problem. All right, will you work? No, you won't. This one, okay. What about this one? There, okay. It does work. I just need to get it like set right. Sorry, I'm trying to reset up this program here. I apologize, everyone. Okay. It almost looks like someone used two different kinds of glue, maybe? Or old shellac and new shellac? It's kind of shiny in the middle. Interesting. All right, so that's gonna be part of the problem, but let's go ahead and, while this key's out, let's make sure that our pads are sealing. Our G-sharp is leaking on the side, so we're gonna have to take care of that. Everything else does actually look to be seating properly, so that's good. Cool. How's our E-flat pad? Actually pretty good. This looks like it possibly could have been repadded not that long ago. Actually, what am I saying? This pad just fell out. Let's continue up the horn. Just see if we find any other major issues. I know it was mainly around there, so that's going to be the main thing. But I'm really not seeing much else, so that's good. Yeah, I think it's mainly the pad that was really causing the problems, and I think they were adjusting the regulation screws up here to try to accommodate for a different issue, which just happens. Oh, I was kind of going on a tangent here. I was saying, I was showing you this pad coming out. I mean, we don't know how long that pad's been half in, but the thing that's interesting and very cool about pro players is how well they can play through issues with their horns, you know? I can't tell you how many times, like, and this, again, this is just not, I'm not razzing anyone, I'm actually like complimenting these players with this tremendous amount of skill to be able to play through a pad that's half falling out and not even have an issue. I can't tell you how many times someone will bring their horn in, I mean, intermediate and up, you know, and just be like, oh yeah, it's just a little leaky right here. And you put a leak light down and it's like lighting up like a Christmas tree, you know? But they just have that ability to make adjustments on the fly, and then they kind of get used to it, and it's totally fine. But the cool thing is then when I'm allowed to like really work through it and fix those things, when they get that, it's like, whoa, they didn't even realize that they were dealing with these issues, and then when they're gone, it just plays itself, basically. It's a cool thing. Interesting phenomenon. I like it. Anyways, I'm gonna get some of this leftover glue out. Should just chip right out. There we go. All came out on the pad, so that's good. All right, give me a moment here. I'm gonna size this pad out. I'm gonna guess. I was wrong. Let's guess again. Guess again. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. This will work. Should fit right in. Bada bang, bada boom. Oh, I need more glue. So we'll get some. I'm talking to chat, Jillian. It's okay. Everything's fine. Calm down. You're okay. Hey, I got a question for any brass players out there. We got some brass players, trumpet players in the chat. Anyone? So here's my, and I just thought of this right now. I've done zero research of it yet, so I'm looking for advice where to start. But with the pep band that I direct, I wanna reach out. I wanna buy a new trumpet for the lead trumpet player as like a kind of a perk of the position. Like if you reach that, you get to play with this really, really nice trumpet. But I'm really looking for something that just kind of screams. I don't know if you know about pep band. Like obviously we're trying to play, you know, with decent tone and all this stuff. But most pep bands, you're just looking for volume. And on trumpet, like if you can jump the octave, awesome, right? If you can start hitting stuff higher, great. And I'm just curious, like what we have out there. And again, I've done zero research, and I will do research, but if anyone knows of just like, what kind of trumpet should I be looking for? What out there is just like, oh yeah, this thing makes it easier. You know, probably combine it with a screamer mouthpiece, I think it is, from Kelly. Like just kind of combine it with that. Yeah, does anyone have any thoughts, any ideas on that? I'm kind of thinking of like, get one for trumpet, get a trumpet, maybe a trombone. I mean, I have decent sousaphones already, so I'm not too worried about that. Any thoughts? I have no idea what kind of price range I'm looking for. Because I know it's interesting because, I mean, you got all these different kind of horns that you can be using that have different effects. And again, I'm just a silly drum set player. I'm just a percussionist. I know a lot, but when it comes to the nuances of this kind of stuff, I do kind of get caught in the weeds on it. So if anyone has any advice, I'd like to hear it. I just think it'd be cool to be like, yeah, guess what? You were in the lead trumpet spot, and you get to play with this. Whoa. Should I get a, how do you pronounce it? Monet trumpet? Those like custom made ones in, is it near Portland out there? Maybe. Those are really expensive.
You've got the budget, man.
I don't think I do for that. That'd be cool though, wouldn't it? All right, making sure I got a nice table here. I got a little bit of a divot in the glue. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not even close to being shown out. Trying to make sure that that's nice and even. One thing that I find that if you're, yeah, right, I don't really have a 20K budget for one of those. Also, I don't think I want to get one of those for pep band. It's just, they look cool. That's nice. One thing I've really come to learn on sax padding and gluing, like, if you don't have a really nice glue bed, table I like to call it, you're gonna be fighting yourself. Like if you've got divots and air pockets and holes in the space that you're putting your glue, that's just going to translate to the pad seating too. So making sure that we put the extra effort in right now, a couple extra seconds now, will save us several minutes later of fighting the pad. So making sure you have a nice, even, nice, flat, consistent glue bed or table before we even put the pad in is going to help a lot. So, I've gone to the Monet factory. Is it Monet or Monet? Monet. Am I even thinking of the right brand, or am I like way off? I'm pretty sure that's it. It's been a minute, and I feel like someone in the area had one once. I don't recall. I don't remember. Anyways. All right, so pearl protector out. Trying to cover that pearl. Got my heat gun here. Air torch, heat gun, whatever. Set to a very specific Monette. Okay. My heat gun is set to a very specific temperature because don't want to be burning lacquer. It's enough to heat the glue so we can get it set, but not enough to burn lacquer. So when I heat this, I'm always focusing the rib, the arm of the pad cup, because that's got more metal. So I want that to heat up a little bit first, because it's a bit of a heat sink, as it were, and it helps spread the heat evenly. I've got it set a little lower, because again, I'm not looking to burn any lacquer on these nice horns, so it takes a little bit, a minute longer to get things heated and going. Alrighty, I know I gotta make some adjustments. Come on. Nice. To cool off a little bit. Hello, how are you? Paplam? How do I pronounce that? But good morning. I hope you're doing well. We're working on a saxophone. Let's see here. Good. Good, we got it generally there. I like to make sure I just gently hold it in place. I'm not putting pressure on it, I'm just bringing it so it starts to come down. And then we can start making adjustments as we need. Good. This is the fun part. A little bit of sarcasm there, because you just kind of want to wait till the glue gets hard enough that you can kind of let it chill for a second, right? There. And, wouldn't you know it, putting a new pad in there, sized right, that regulation is just about spot on too. Love it when a plan comes together. Yeah, so that's really what they were fighting with, was this pad just got wonky, so. So that's good. It's interesting also, you know, I mentioned how pro players can really play through a ton. So when they come in with a specific issue, the other thing too is when something's really wrong, they know pretty much exactly on the horn where it is, right? So they're always super accurate for the most part about where the issue is and what they'd like done. So getting that resolved quickly, efficiently is always great, but then looking through the rest of the horn thinking, all right, what else could I do? You know, what other minor things, medium to minor things can I do that really set this horn up even better for success? And knowing the budget, how much they want to spend, and knowing the client too, are they willing to do that? You know, really helps. I know this person, there's a couple other things I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that I know will help quite a bit. I'm always a bit picky is the word. I always want to make sure the bell keys, E flat down, are really sealing well. Just personally, I feel like those low notes, that warble you get, you know, the pinky's the weakest finger on your hand typically. So you don't want to have to push down super hard on those keys. So if I see leaks there, I'm typically taking care of it, even if they didn't ask for it. Because that warble, we don't want that warble. Interesting. All right, so there's one other key up here that's leaking pretty bad, so we're gonna take a look at that, possibly replace that pad too. But to get to it, I'm gonna go ahead and take these palm keys off. It's a little bit easier to access then. And looking at the palm keys, perhaps we replace those too. Yeah, I don't know, hard to tell. Let's look at all of them. It would be fine to do. Oh, come on. They look medium. They look medium, you know? Oh, come on. Oh, you're not gonna be in my way, are you? You're gonna be in my way. Just barely made it. Nice. Okay. There we go. Yeah, you know, I think I might replace those two. If I'm questioning it, why don't I just do it? Great point, Adam. Thanks. All right. Wow, this pad looks undersized too. So I'm curious if I even go just poking at it a little bit, is it gonna move a bunch? Yeah, I'm not even gonna fart around with it. Let's go ahead and replace it. That one looks older. Okay, let's do it. This one, we've got a lot more to work with. I'm gonna try this. Sometimes I get lucky and I'll use my electrode in a space like this where you've got two pearls right there. And you know, it takes a bit longer, but I just get so paranoid about burning a pearl or something. I know the heat gun's set so that you're not supposed to be able to do that, but I'm me and I know my luck. I'll end up doing it like a dingus. So I'm just gonna do this. It takes a minute longer, but I think it's worth it to not have that worry. And then what'll happen is I'll probably get a little impatient later and try it anyways. All right, come on. That should have been enough. Oop, not quite. A little bit more. Yeah, I think once I replace this pad, we'll be pretty set. And a really bad leak in it, and it looks really old, so I'm not even gonna bother trying to make it like float in it or anything. There's one lesson that I've learned a lot, but then also keep forgetting and need to relearn over and over again, is just replace the pad. Quit trying to fight the pad. It's not worth it. Just replace it. Just replace it. Just do it. Just replace it. Interesting. How many different let me try that again. How many different types of glue do you think are on there? Looks like shellac and something else. Interesting. Hey, good morning. Is that Reese? Good morning. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. All right, we got to clean out the inside of that. The 2, maybe 3 different glues. I think that happens when people are afraid to replace the pad. I think. They're not sure. Maybe they're just not comfortable with the horn, with the job. I don't know. I'm not going to try to assume, but shouldn't be mixing glues. Yeah, Chris, I'm doing well. It's good to hear from you. Working on a nice saxophone. This is fun. Glad you could join. Yeah, this is taking a bit longer with this electrode. I understand. I just don't want to burn anything. I could lower the temperature on that. That'd probably help. Why don't I just do that? 200. No, still Pro Protect. Oh, I can hit it from this side. Here we go. Just looking to melt the glue. There we go. Q-tips are the most useful tool, I would say, in our arsenal. That's my opinion. I use them a lot and I go through them fast. There we go. There we go. I mean, the other thing I could have done is just taken the key off, but I have pretty good access here, so there we go. Last little gunk of it. There we go, and that's good. All right, let's find another pad. Wow. Yeah, I think we have a mixture of 2 different glues there. Interesting. I'm gonna grab a pad for this. That one isn't it. Let's try this one. That one's not it. Someday I'll know what I'm doing. One day I will. There we go. This is it. Okay. How long have I been doing this? Wow, I don't even know anymore. Ow! When you heat them, they get hot. I messed up that resonator. You goofball. Let's try that again. Just being a silly goose. All right, this works. Now, do I want to, you know, it's a tough one. I'm talking to myself here. Sorry, everyone. I think I do. Matches a little better. Yeah, there we go. All right, sorry. I mentioned earlier how we're watching my in-laws' dog, and I mentioned how they were getting up at 3 a.m. I mean, good for them, because the dog was able to go back to sleep. I, on the other hand, was not. So there's that. Noodle, you made it. Just in time. Whoops. All right, let's put this pad in. I'll do it up here so we can see what I'm doing, because I'm always so good at showing you on stream. So I got my torch here. I like to use this butane torch. It's just what I have. I like it. So I'm just going to paint on this glue. I like to get the glue pretty hot. I'm not burning it, but I want it liquid because that helps it lay even too. If it stays liquid, oh, get out of there, you air bubble. Because as it's liquid, it'll kind of slowly go and lay out even. Then I'll put it on the steel block, so it's got a nice flat surface, and it'll cool and make a beautiful little bed. Table. I need to decide what term am I using. Like, come on, Adam, figure it out. Jeez. As that's cooling, I'm gonna check down here, see how my other pad is holding up. The answer is excellently. Yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, when I do pad work on, for the most part, anything, student line stuff, I like to check it, once or twice before it goes out. Typically, it's pretty stable. Pro line stuff, I'm going to check this again tomorrow. Well, actually, no, I'll be gone tomorrow, so I'll check it today before I leave. Should be enough time. But a couple hours to sit and make sure it's good, make sure nothing moved. When I was first learning saxophone, I always felt like, I didn't have the technique. I was just learning through this. I didn't have the reps in yet. I had a general understanding of the techniques of floating and all this stuff. But there were a couple of times, like every third saxophone I would do, and then I'd come back, and I swear my mentor had gone back and messed with it. Like it was so out of regulation. But I think what it was is I just, I didn't use enough glue, so it was too hot, and I didn't let it sit, and all this. There's a bunch of stuff, you learn over time. But, I'll just kind of come back down to patience and having it. All right, so I am going to continue to use this pad cup heater just because I'm a nervous boy. So we'll get this pad set and sealing, and we'll let it sit. And I think that that's going to be it for today. That was a fun one. This does take forever. I gotta find a better way to utilize some of this stuff, because not utilize this stuff on, better use my pad cup heater. Not my pad cup heater. I'm thinking of 3 different things at once, and I need to calm down. Air torch in this specific location, because I like it a lot. Violin. No, I think you just dive right in. Violin's great. You know, I mean, I don't think kids start on something different. They'll pop right into violin. Find yourself a good teacher if you can manage it. I think finding a good mentor, teacher, private lessons to set you on the right path, because the thing you don't want to do is learn improper technique, because a lot of this stuff involves, you know, angles of your wrist that if you're not careful, you can develop tendonitis or carpal tunnel and stuff like that. And that's kind of for all instruments, like just good technique. And then learning the music itself, that's practice. But having someone there to check you on how your body is positioned, I think is very, very, very important. Even if you give it a couple months at the very least to work through that. Because without that, again, you could hurt yourself long term or develop these bad habits that are hard to break, you know? So that's my advice, is find someone to help you learn along the way. Yes, you can always learn on your own after you've got a good base for the technique, you know? Good. These are sitting really nice. Cool. I really want to do the world's tiniest violin. I'm sure, I bet you they make like the world's tiniest violin, and it's probably like electric or something. You just push a button and you pretend you're playing it, and it plays a sad song. You'll get me one? Oh, okay. I'll take it. Sax stand, violin. I've been looking at that free sax stand, or the Music Medic one. Whichever one is fine. One's $550, one's $3,000. So we'll figure it out together. My birthday's coming up. I'm just saying, maybe we can all crowdfund me a Music Medic sax stand. Huh? Beginning of May, right around the corner. I'll be 38, yeah. And if everyone gave me, like, if I got $100 for every year I was alive, I could buy the Music Medic sax stand and the free one. And then I could do a true side-to-side analysis for the channel. Like, this is good. This is good. I've got all 3 sax stands. Which one wins? Yeah, maybe we should do that. What do you guys think, chat? You guys start a GoFundMe to get me a Music Medic sax stand and a free sax stand? All right, this is good. I'm happy with that. We'll set that aside. We're gonna check it, let it sit. I like to let these things breathe, as it were. Sounds like Adam wins. So, gang, thanks for hanging out. One last time, remember, go check out heidmusic.com/Big10+. It's pinned here. And check out the Music in Our Schools Month event that we have going on. There's over 200 applicants, over 11,000 votes already, but you can go every day. Go vote for a picture that you really like. Those votes are gonna help win, help that school win their choice of one of the really, really cool prizes. It could be a new tuba, could be a new Barry sax, could be a slew of awesome instruments brought to you by Heid Music and our awesome vendor partners. So check it out, heidmusic.com/Big10+. go vote for your favorite schools. Every day you can do it. Every day you can make a difference in your local music scene. Clip it. Just kidding. Oh no! Drop my glue. Anyways, that's a cue for me. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. This was a lot of fun, and we will check you next time on Behind the Bench. And as I always say, keep her going and keep her good.
Let us help you find your melody at Heid Music.